I put my trust in you, and I trust in our love. I put my trust in you, I put my trust in love. I put my trust in you, and I trust in our love. I put my trust in you, I put my trust in love.
Hello friends, my name is Dave Miller.
And I'm Mal Spain, and we are your fuck buddies. Welcome back.
I'm gonna be really somber this episode.
Oh, fuck.
Because here's the thing.
Oh,
Here we go.
yeah, I'm also going to be really somber. Cheers!
Cheers. I guess it's not gonna seem like that at first because I want to talk about something that has nothing to do with anything. But we're a dating and sex advice podcast where we take your sticky, sexy situations and turn them into sexy, sticky situations.
We sex questions.
Have you seen this Momo thing?
I just saw it on the way in here. I didn't really get to read it, though. But isn't it fake?
Have you seen the picture?
It's terrifying.
It's the scariest fucking thing.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, there's like, yes, it might. I think it's a hoax, but also
Yeah.
like it might not be.
Well, did you hear the thing about a while ago? Fuck, it was like called Hey Catherine or Hey Charlotte or whatever. And there was this game that was similar to this, but apparently it was like a pedophile tracking ring. Where
Oh, yeah.
It was like the pink cat, and the cat would ask you questions.
Yes, yeah,
And
yeah.
apparently there were all these really fucking sinister cases of the cat being like, "Is your kid sister in the room?" Like, and it was,
Yeah.
again, I think it was a hoax, but it was fucking terrifying. But like, they did it right, these mystery people, because you see this pink cute cat, and you're like, sure, I'll listen to it. And this fucking thing popped up and asked me anything. I'd be like, nah, B, I don't give a fuck. Like, you're terrifying.
Like, I'm literally thinking about it right now, and I'm getting chills because it's just, like, don't fucking look it up because it'll scar you forever, and I can't.
I've seen it.
No, I mean, like, I'm telling our listeners
no,
to
don't
not
do
look it
it.
up. The best way to describe it would be like take the girl from the ring,
And then take her
then-
eyelids.
and then like and then combine her with like fucking hell, and then like combine her with like a real. If Tim Burton could make a real person, yep.
It is fucking terrifying.
And then like mix it with anime, like mix it with like a fucking Princess Mononoke kind of bullshit, and like that's what it is. It's the fucking scariest fucking thing, and like it's so upsetting. And apparently like the whole reason they can't fucking track it is because it's like it's not videos, it's an ad campaign. So it'll show up like people will be watching like Paw Patrol videos, and then there'll be like an ad mid-roll where this thing will pop up and be like, hey, go to the kitchen, get a knife and put it in your neck, and then it would just be over. So like
It's terrifying.
so kids would just be like, what the fuck just happened? And it's like, and you could watch that video like 8 more times and it might not pop up again. And it probably won't because you've already watched that video.
I'm pretty sure it's a hoax, though.
I fucking hope it is. But like there's a Japanese company who's like, no, we made this character.
Well, so apparently it's actually it gets a cyberbullying thing where users are enticed to contact a user named Momo, and they receive graphic threats and are instructed to perform a series of dangerous tasks. But like, for me, if I wanted to be an evil fucker and get kids to do shit, I wouldn't make it terrifying. I'd make it like friendly and be like, oh, yeah, I'll put this knife in my neck.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe
You fucked
maybe
up.
they're trying something new. Maybe they're branching out. But also like
Okay.
I don't know if that thing came up, like it's so psychologically shocking that like it's gonna stick with me.
Oh, so what happens is it's messages being hidden in seemingly child-friendly games and videos that urge children to contact Momo via Snapchat, WhatsApp, or other popular messaging programs. Oh no! Apparently, Momo's been popping up on Minecraft as well, like following people on it. Isn't that terrifying? And then it basically says shit to kids, and it's like not like, oh, go do this. It's like, if you don't do this, worse things will happen to your family.
Yeah.
So it
it's
threatens them.
Don't,
Okay.
Don't tell your parents because then I'll kill them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I know this has nothing to do with anything. I
really hope there are no children listening.
I just needed to like talk about it and get it out of my mind, and hopefully, although I'm worried I've just like ring cursed everyone, and now Momo's gonna visit you guys. So
Momo's got a nice rack, though.
Yeah, Momo's rocking some things.
What the fuck?
But it just keeps popping up on my fucking Facebook, and I hate it.
Yeah, it's pretty
And at first I
creepy.
was just like, oh, this is bullshit. And then I realized that I was scrolling faster past those pictures because it actually freaked the shit out of me.
I will say, I was looking at it and I was going to be like laughing. I was about to laugh about it on the subway because like someone posted up about it, and I was like, but like I'd lost Wi-Fi, so it was just stuck there, and I was like,
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's increasingly unnerving. All right, let's answer some questions.
No. This is our online bullying swipe. We're going to go through all the online bullying.
Or are we actually Momo? If you rearrange the letters of fuck buddies, you can spell Momo.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the kitchen and eat stale bread.
You monster. Do we start with our big boy question?
Let's do it. I'm not sure if it's endearing or creepy that you're calling him a big boy, but all right. Are you just differentiating from people who might be targeted by Momo and people who aren't?
Yes.
So you're a big boy if you don't get those ads.
How?
He might watch Paw Patrol. You don't fucking know.
This one is coming from Agent Cody Wanks.
Yeah, boy.
He's back.
He's back.
He's back.
in business.
And he's got a new predicament.
Pop, pop, pop. I don't know. I'm just firing air guns.
I thought you were like pointing at me.
Nope.
To correct me. Agent Cody Wanks asks, it was my best friend's birthday this weekend, and I hooked up with one of her friends. A group of us went to a club in London, and I ended up kissing this girl, and ended up back at her place. It wasn't like the usual hookup I usually find myself in, where you just bang and go to sleep, in that we basically stayed up all night and talked aloud to each other, as well as dicking/clitting each other down into the mattress. Also, I'm so happy that this is a thing that people are using to talk to us.
Cody Wanks, you never disappoint.
Yes, I hope this catches on
You better.
everywhere. We woke up the next day, banged once more for good measure, and spent a few hours just being hungover in bed together. I gave her my number and left her later that afternoon. She texted me that evening, and we've been texting each other ever since. My predicament is that I like her, which I know may be too soon to say, but I would like to see her again for sure. How can you tell if someone is actually into you, or they just saw you as a hookup and don't want to see you again? I mean, like, I think she's into you, because, like, if it was a one and done, she wouldn't keep texting you?
Yeah, the fact that she was the one to text first, and the fact that you guys are still texting, totally good. All good signs.
Yeah.
For me, I think, like, one of the really important things is, like, I've seen situations like this, and I've been in situations like this where, yeah, you still remain friendly, but, like, if you go too long without, like, mentioning or acknowledging what happened, sometimes it gets weird to get back there, you know what I mean? So, like, for me, it's always good to drop a, like, hey, the other night was, like, really, really fun, like, we should do it again, or something like that, you know?
See, I find I get in the opposite direction, where I
just like, hey, we fucked.
Yeah, where, like, I slip almost immediately into just sort of, like, this is a fuck buddy situation, and, like, don't really progress any sort of, like, emotional attachment. At least I used to, you know what I mean? Like, that was sort of my default, and I had a bunch of girls call me out on it, where they were just like, yeah, you kind of, like, you kind of skipped the courting aspect of, like, getting into a fuck buddy situation. They're like, I'm down with it, but, like, we fucked once, and I kind of need a little bit more substance before we just, like, become, like, this sort of casual fuck situation.
Yeah, I just think you definitely need, like, a balance of the both, you know what I mean? But so just, like, keep up the friendliness, you know what I mean? But, like, definitely have that flirty edge, and don't be afraid to be like, hey, that thing we did was awesome. Let's do it again.
There's no harm in being like, I had a lot of fun last night, and, like, maybe we can do it again.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, if she's like, yeah, for sure, be like, cool, are you free X day? And be like, do you want to grab a drink beforehand?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because then like, you've established that you want to maintain that sort of, like, sexual relationship. But if you also want to spend time with her, because, like, it's very easy to, like I said, fall into, like, that slump of just, like, the only time you guys ever really talk or see each other is when you want to hook up.
Yeah.
Which is, if you want what you want, great. You know what I mean? If that's the relationship you want. But if you actually like her, you might want to cultivate something a little more substantial.
Yeah. You can always be like, hey, we should hang out with clothes on sometime.
Yeah. And, there's no problem, like, being, like, funny about it and, like, brash about it. Like, just if you make plans to, like, hook up, maybe make plans to, like, go do something before or after. Be like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's sort of like an early evening booty call, be like, have something in your back pocket and be like, oh, there's a band that I like playing down the road. Or
even, like, just a beer. Be like, yeah, do you want to grab a beer, like, beforehand or something? Yeah. You know?
Or if there's, like, a really, anything, you know what I mean? Like, go and grab some fucking gross, greasy food if that's, like, your flavor.
Or, like, maybe after.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, vice versa, it's like, if you're planning on meeting up, like, later, be like, oh, well, are you around, like, to grab a drink beforehand?
Yeah. I think it's always good. And also, like, if there's something you guys have already talked about, like, let's say you're both like, oh, the Umbrella Academy looks good. If you guys are done fucking and like lying there in that beautiful state of like torpor, you can just be like, hey, let's throw on Umbrella Academy.
True. Yeah, and then you guys have a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then it's like...
Because like the good thing is like...
fucking an Umbrella Academy. Like it goes hand in hand.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
But like you're probably already like pretty far down because like I always find those chats like when you're staying up like late and like your sleep, like I always find like barriers come down when you're naked or when you've just fucked, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
for sure.
you tend to have deeper conversations than like, or at least more meaningful ones than like just in general.
Yeah, because
So
you're
you
not
guys are
worried
already-
about trying to get laid. Because
Yeah.
you just got laid, so like now you can actually talk. There's none of that pretense of being like, oh, I hope I don't say the wrong thing. I hope I don't blow it. It's like, you've already blown it.
Yeah.
Literally.
And you're also like more relaxed because, you know, you
Yeah.
just fucked. And also I do feel like there is like like by bearing yourself literally, it's a lot easier to bear yourself like psychologically. Like people are usually like more genuine and shit. So you guys are probably already connected on a fairly good level. So like, and you've already fucked. So you're already in this pretty good state. So just like, you know.
Yeah, the like, you've already got a really good hand to play here.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of aces.
You gotta coast that wave.
Yeah, for sure. Just fucking go for it.
Yeah.
There's like all the signs, again, I've mentioned it before. It's like she has had sex with you and she wants to keep in contact with you. Those are all really good things.
Yeah.
And it's, again, I'm going to reiterate because it's a message I do want to get across. It's like, just because she has slept with you doesn't mean that she has, you know, she will always want to sleep with you, or that is indicative of her always wanting to sleep with you.
Mhm.
She's very, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? She is allowed to rescind that
Yeah, of course.
attraction at any point in time. But if you have like these things on the table where you have like for sure's of like she wanted to sleep with you, she wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
You can assume that like maybe there's a chance that she would want to sleep with you again and wants to continue to talk to you.
It
So
all
go
seems
for it.
it seems about as good as it could be. Like I
Yeah.
think the caveat you're saying is just like it's never 100%, and even if someone has slept with you 1,000 times,
That's the thing.
there's but that's just a general.
Because his
like-
question did include,
Well-
he was like, what did he ask? He asked if some people just want to leave it. Because, like, that's an acceptable...
I can't find the question for some reason.
Oh, it's...
Because there is another part as well that's kind of important, isn't there?
He was like, how do you know if someone wants to, like, just leave it as a one-night stand?
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, you just
women
get
are
what you see.
100% allowed to do that. You know what I mean? Like, and guys, anyone is allowed to do this. Where if you want something more and they don't, then, like, respect that. Don't push it. If she is just sort of like, oh, it was kind of like a one-and-done thing. For whatever reason. Maybe it's because she's like, you're a friend of my friend and I don't kind of want to muddle that up.
Yeah.
Or if she's just like, yeah, I don't really feel like doing it again.
Well, yeah. So you do kind of bring up another part of the question that is mentioned a little later on. Is that I feel the other complex issue is that it's a friend of a friend. Doesn't this complicate it a little too?
Yeah.
I guess depends what your relationship to this friend is, and like them as a person. You know what I mean? And it also depends on the friend. Like they might have a girl code thing where they're like, you know what I mean? Like they might be. It's either going to be like better or worse. You know what I mean? It might be like, oh, fucking great. I can vouch for this guy. He's a great guy. You know, everything's good. And like, she's going to know maybe more about you than somebody else because friends talk, right?
Yeah, and there's no harm in like asking, you know, quote unquote permission from your friend to be like, hey, like I'm actually really into this. Are you cool with that? You know what I mean? And like,
Yeah.
and then hashing that out because there's nothing kind of shittier than being like, you know, your friend, especially if it goes south and sideways, because then that friend is in a
Yeah.
position of being like, cool, now I have to choose between.
I can't imagine why they would have an issue unless you guys have a history,
Yeah.
you know? And like,
But that's the thing, it's like your best friend who's a female, like she could be a great wing woman.
oh yeah, if you like casually mention that you like the girl or whatever, like, oh, I had a really good time, like she's awesome, that's gonna find its way back to her.
Yeah,
You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
Especially
Especially if they're sort of like close as well. If it's
Yeah,
just like a
exactly.
peripheral friend, I would say fuck it.
Yeah, it probably
like
won't
you don't
matter.
really need to worry about it. But if they're sort of like on the same level as you in terms of friendship with her, then like it's there's
you know
no harm.
anything you say is probably gonna get back to her, which can be a good thing.
Yeah,
And like probably the same thing. So like if the friend is like, oh yeah, you guys like should see each other again, or like blah, you can probably imagine she's she knows what's going on
Yeah.
in the other camp and is like dropping some hints.
And maybe your friend will be like, actually, you know what? She's kind of a train wreck. You know what I mean? Like, there might be a warning. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Maybe she knows things that you don't,
Yeah.
and like
She
can
could be
drop
like-
in some red flags for you.
She could be like, just a heads up, she's right out of a relationship, so, and then that could color your approach. Or
Yeah.
she might be like, oh no, she's great. Like, I think you guys will be super well together.
Yeah.
And cool, you know?
Um,
So I'd say, like, do pay attention to that, and like, if it is a thing for some reason, then fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, that can happen, I guess. But I don't see why it would be unless you guys had a history.
yeah.
But that's always, you know, I'd say it's more of a resource than it is a complication.
Absolutely.
And
So good luck, Agent Cody Wanks.
You got this.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, this one I really like. I really like this question. This is by G Suspended on Reddit. And he says, I'm taking a girl out on a date. She's a football fan. We'll be attending a screening of Manchester United versus Liverpool. I have zero knowledge of football, which you can tell because he says a screening
A screening of it.
I have zero knowledge of football, but I want to be able to engage in conversation with her. How should I approach my football research? What all should I know before the game?
Here's what I would do. I'd go pick up the most recent copy of
Coffee?
copy of whatever fucking.
Get a coffee.
I'm
Get
assuming
caffeinated.
he's
Then,
talking about soccer because he said
Yes.
Manchester, right?
well, football.
I mean, we're in North America, so you'll call it fucking
Where they
soccer.
don't use a foot and it's not a ball. Continue.
Just saying, soccer. Here, that's what we call it. That's what we call it in America.
Well,
Buy a fucking soccer video game and then just parrot back what the commentators say. Learn the like canned commentator fucking like expressions, and anytime you see anyone do something that they said when you did it in the video game, just say that back.
what you need to do is watch.
What a glorious finish. Like,
what you do is be super fucking vague and say really obvious things like, "Oh, he's handling the ball," and then you say, "It's a game of two halves," and you say, "Oh, it's from one end to the other."
yeah, and just be like, it's all about possession. The longer you have the ball,
Yeah. Be like, it's all about legs, legs, legs.
yeah, there's
No hands.
literally
No hands, bruv.
Google or like YouTube search.
The IT crowd episode of this exact problem. Thing about Liverpool, they're always walking it in. Did you see that ludicrous display last night?
Yeah, just like. Also, I don't think there's any harm. Like, you're playing a dangerous game. In real advice here.
Okay,
If
real
I'm-
advice?
You're playing a very, very dangerous game of pretending to know what the fuck you're talking about, because eventually you're going to be like hanging out with her and her brothers and her dad, and they're going to say something, and you're going to be like, yeah, I really like the way that, you know, Manuel kicks it. And they're going to be like, what? It's going to be that scene from fucking 40-Year-Old Virgin when Steve Carell's like trying to explain what a boob feels like, and everyone's going to be like, oh, you're a virgin. You've never touched a boob. And they're going to be like,
Well-
you've never seen a soccer game before.
That's the thing. Like, don't fucking research it. Don't pretend shit. Like, nobody gives a fuck. Like, it's going to be a lot more fun for her to show up and inform you of something she's passionate about than it is for her to show up and you to be like, yeah, I know what a ball fodder does with his feet.
Yeah.
Like, he got it in the hockey ring circle ball goal.
There's no way anyone in Europe would talk about hockey.
Yeah, but he's not from fucking Europe, is he?
I imagine he is.
I have no idea where he's from, actually. But
I'd
you
imagine
know,
this is
some people over here are into football. But either way, like, no. You try to research some bullshit that you know football, it's completely going to blow up in your face. You're not going to have fun because you're going to spend so much time being, like, uptight and, like, trying to remember the bullshit phrases you learned off FIFA.
I mean, like, I used to do this, when I was really young, about, like, music. So if I found out a girl was into, like, a certain band or a genre or whatever, I would, like, try to, like, submerge myself in that. I once watched a fucking hour-and-a-half long live concert of Alanis Morissette because I knew the
Sounds
girl
great.
that I was into into it. Let me tell you, I fucking hate Alanis Morissette.
I don't think I've done that. I'm sure I can think of an example.
And
but,
I
like,
remember my parents were just like, why are you watching this?
you're like, no reason.
I was like, can you tape this for me? And they were like, yeah, but why? And it was stupid bullshit. Like And it doesn't matter. It could be fucking football. It could be soccer. It could be music. It could be movies. It could be anything. If you're trying to like pretend that you like something, it's gonna go poorly. Because one, you're either starting a relationship off immediately by lying to them. Two, they're gonna catch you in that lie,
and you're gonna look like a dumbass.
You're gonna look like a fucking idiot. You're gonna look more of an idiot
than if you knew nothing about it.
And because let me tell you, I work at a bar, and the amount of times I've watched, it's usually guys.
Yeah.
Make shit up to impress women.
Scramble to keep it going.
Yeah.
And
because let me tell you, the number one thing that people do when they're making shit up is they feel like they need to keep qualifying the past thing that they say, and they will ramble. You will begin to ramble, and that is when people realize that you're absolutely speaking bullshit.
But you also just lose all charisma. Because you're like, oh, yeah, no, like, yeah.
Because the only thing you're trying to do is, like, hope that you don't fucking, reveal yourself as the fraud that you are.
And instead of, like, opening up and, like, engaging, you kind of, like, tighten up and, like, retaliate. You know what I mean? Like, you wait for them to say something, and then you're like, I prove it this way.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Like, and also, have you ever hung out with somebody who's, not been as big of a fan of something as you are, and you get to be like, no, look at this. This is cool. I like this. And, like, listen to this song. Or, like, watch this fucking show. Like, this episode's amazing. Like, that's cool. That's great for you because you get to expound upon your passion. And, like, you just get to fucking learn. That's the only way you should learn about football is through her.
Yeah.
Like, literally talk to her and be like, if you show up and you're like, I'm not going to lie, I basically know nothing about football. So you're going to fucking let me know what's going on. It's going to be great because she's going to be like, oh, this guy, he's, like, my favorite player. Watch, like, he does this thing. Oh, and you'll be like, oh, fucking cool. She's gonna feel great because she gets to, like, open up and also be kind of like, I don't know, like, impressive, and, like, she's the one with the knowledge. You're the one who's just, like, learning from her. Like, people are gonna fucking love that.
Yeah.
And then you don't seem like a fucking dumbass. Also, there's nothing more confident than, like, admitting you don't know something.
Because this is the thing, it's like,
because it's like, I don't care.
Nowhere, no woman has ever fucking said, and I know that's a grand statement, but I will tell you right now, I'm putting my foot down and I'm saying it. No woman has ever been like, you know what I really like in a man? Being a fraud. Like, that's not an attract. No one wants that.
There's a Trump joke in there somewhere, but
you know what I mean? It's like one. That's not an ideal quality that anyone is looking for.
Or just like, oh, I'm my boyfriend's so great. Like, even when he doesn't know something, he pretends he does.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to get in there and fucking mansplain football to her when you don't know what it is?
Yep.
Like, just know. Like, literally, there's nothing more confident than admitting you don't know something or admitting you're wrong, or like, you just fucking sit there and be like, I have no idea. And if she's like, how the fuck do you not know anything about football? Just be like, I don't know, but lucky me, I get to learn off the best.
Yeah, and you can be like, I promise there's something that I know a shit ton about that you don't.
And then
here's the thing,
that's also a good lead into date 2.
Exactly. You get to take her on something that you like.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a band, maybe it's a movie, maybe it's whatever. You know what I mean? Like, if you're like, oh, I love The Princess Bride, and they're like, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, we're watching the fucking Princess Bride because what monster hasn't seen that movie?
Or even just like, oh, well, you know what? What you know about football, I know about cooking. She'll be like, really? Like, yeah, I will fucking school you. I will bring you the best food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Boom. Now you're going to cook for her. Like, it's so much better than you showing up and being like, it's a penalty.
Yeah. It's like, hey, how'd your date go? Oh, it was great. He just kind of repeated commentary lines from my brother's FIFA game.
Yeah. He rolled a football dice and read whatever came up.
Here's what I will say. I want to flip this around.
Oh.
If someone's invited you to something that you aren't necessarily as passionate as them, be open to it. There's nothing shittier than someone being like, I love this movie, and then you sort of like talking or texting or like disengaging from it, because like that person is showing you something that they fucking care about.
Yeah.
And there's nothing worse than being like the best part of the movie coming up and you looking over and they're like on Instagram. And it's just like,
and you don't want to be like, oh, pay attention, because that kind of one ruins the scene, but 2, it's like you shouldn't have to beg someone to give a shit about what you give a shit about.
There's nothing worse than someone being like, you having to be like, oh, this is a really good part of the movie, because like, one, that heightens their expectation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's like,
it's something you have to kind of experience the first time. And it's just like, it's the most frustrating thing. Because like,
if someone's opening up to you and telling you that they like something, like, fucking like it too.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember I went. I was seeing this girl, and she was really into. I can't remember the name of the fucking band, but it was the guy from Dashboard Confessional's new band. Something double something twin something. I don't remember.
Double twin.
Twin doubles. But he was playing a show, and I was like, eh. But she was like really into it, and I was like, well, fuck yeah, of course I'll go. And she bought me tickets, so I was like, the least I can do is go there and put my fucking phone in my pocket, turn it on silent, and just like watch the show
And the thing
and
is,
have
like,
fun with her.
It's rare that you'll do that and something isn't good anyway, you know what I mean? Or at least,
And
like,
even if it's not your
it's a new
thing.
experience. Like, it's fucking fun. Like, that's one of the coolest things about dating is, like, you're basically a person's
the
like,
coolest thing about
here's
being
some things.
live.
Well, yeah. But it's a good way to force yourself to, like, learn more shit. So I was at a like amateur Toronto wrestling match like 2 weeks ago, and it was fucking great. It was actually even, I think, maybe better than the one we went to a few years ago because
They didn't leave the ring for like 20 minutes?
that was the best part because I got in the fucking ring.
It's true you did.
I powerbombed the man. It was awesome. But basically, it was so good, and it was like, if you can't go and, like, I get it, wrestling's like a very particular taste.
Yeah.
And I will say I'm not 100% into it, but like the fucking athleticism is insane. Like the fucking people and the shit they're doing, and even just like if you can appreciate like dance, you can appreciate that because it's so well choreographed and everything. It's fucking sick. And this girl was obviously on a date with this guy who was like into it, but like clearly a bit nervous because like it's kind of a nerdy thing to be into.
Yeah,
and
for
like
sure.
he brought her, and she was just like, "Why are they doing that? I don't like this." Like, oh no, like, and just like talked it down the whole time, and the poor guy was just like miserable. I was like,
And see, the thing that sucks is that, like, instead of him being like, this isn't a match, I bet he's probably just never going to go to another fucking wrestling show again.
yeah,
He's going to, like, fucking throw his passion away,
He's gonna
or throw
pretend
his
he's not
interest
into
away
it
to, like, chase her. And
for
it's
8
like,
months, and
it
then
sucks.
they're gonna break up, and he's gonna be like, oh shit.
But he's still going to be self-conscious about it and probably never do it again.
I hope
or
not.
never enjoy it.
Yeah.
And, like, that's my thing. It's like, if someone is inviting you out to see something or experience something that you're not into, fucking
or even that you don't know.
Yeah, be an adult
Mhm.
and realize that life is literally about collecting experiences
Yeah.
as opposed to whatever the fuck else people
Yeah.
think about money and shit. It's like, no, at the end of the day, you want to be able to be like, oh man, I went to that really cool burlesque show. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
me personally, I would never go to a burlesque show unless I stumbled into it.
Yeah.
But I go to them all the time, and I love them now because
Yeah.
my girlfriend got into it, and like, I would never be in that scene without her.
Yeah. But like that's the thing. Like you know, you take these as opportunities to do things you never would have done before. And like I guarantee you that apart from very small occasions, there's probably something you can enjoy in it. I very much doubt it's something that just flat out 100% you hate every single thing about it. Like if it's a band that the music you don't like, maybe you appreciate their stage presence or like the props or even just the fact that like they managed to get a whole fucking stadium singing along. Like I went to Simple Plan once with
that's
my
the thing,
ex,
it's like-
and like I can honestly tell you, I don't think I could listen to them now. I will say it was a fucking great show. Like they nailed it on stage.
I paid $3 for
Ooh.
2 tickets to see Train.
I don't know who that is.
The guys who did Drops of Jupiter.
Um,
Now she's back in the atmosphere.
Oh, that's a fucking great song.
Drops. Yeah, I mean that's the only song I knew by them.
Yeah.
Although they did have another song, like the Hey Mister song, I think it's called. And like, I only knew that one fucking song, but I was broke as fuck, and it was a gorgeous day, and I went on StubHub, and I was like, well, there's 2 tickets for $3. That's
What?
$1.50
That's
a
pretty
ticket.
good. I can't get a fucking Kit Kat for that.
And that's the thing. I was like, you know what? I haven't done anything in so long because I'm so fucking poor. Fuck it.
Yeah.
So I bought them. I went there, and like a couple of my friends were going. That's why like I looked it up. And so like, yeah, I just had a great time. And it was, again, I haven't listened to Train since, probably not on purpose at least, but it was such a fucking great show because they just had so much fun. At one point, there are people who are so into it. There was like a group of kids who had dressed up on like the themes of like their songs. Like there was a kid literally in a fucking like Jupiter costume and shit like that. And like
I dig that.
they brought them up on stage and had them sing a song with them.
That's amazing.
And like that kind of shit. At one point, the guy was he was taking people's phones and like bringing them up and taking selfies
Yeah.
while he was singing. And it's like, I was like, I don't give a fuck about your music, but this is enjoyable. This is entertainment. This is fun. So like, you can find something. You can find something, and I promise you, your life will be fucking better.
Yeah.
If you can find the joy in things that you don't enjoy.
Yeah. Or even that, like, you
Like
think
said,
you
like,
might not enjoy.
Even if you don't, like, if you go to a fucking thing and you're just like, this is not for me, take a look around and like, look at the people who it is for, and look how much fun they're having, and look how much, like, joy it brings them, and try to, like, just open up your, like, empathy receptors and, like, bring in some of that joy.
Especially
and be like,
if someone you like is loving the shit out of it, you know?
like, be like, oh, you found a community that you fit in.
Yeah.
Because, like, not everyone's lucky enough to find that.
And also, a lot of the time, some of the stuff we think we don't like is just we feel like we shouldn't, or we feel like we can't, or we feel like it's not cool, or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of people who, and I know people who, like, back in the day would say they hated a thing because they wanted to seem cool or whatever. And nowadays, they're like, yeah, I actually really like that. I'm like, cool, good. Like, you should be able to admit that. And, like, the older you are and the more confident you are, the more you can admit. Anyway, I just feel like,
No, it's just...
fucking
like,
open up your shit and be fucking happy. And also, just, it's so fucking rude if somebody is sharing something they love with you and you just are like, eh.
yeah.
Like, and I get it. Like, maybe there's something...
And if it's not your thing, you're allowed to not be into that thing.
Mm-hmm. But you don't have to be a dick about it.
Don't be a dick about it. And also, like, again, there are times where I'm just like, I'm not feeling a burlesque show, and I just won't go with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, she'll just go by herself because she's an adult woman who is capable of doing things on her own. Like, I don't have to be involved in every fucking thing. There are times where, like, if I don't want to go, but, like, it's my only day off with her, and it's my only chance to hang out with her, that supersedes everything. You know what I mean? Like, I want to spend time with her, so I'm going to go. But there are times where I'm just like, man, I'm not feeling it. And she's like, okay, cool, I'll see you tonight.
Yeah, you know, like a healthy relationship should be.
And you dust your hands off, and I fucking play video games with you and our friends,
Hell
and
yeah.
she does her thing at the burlesque show. It's like, that's an acceptable thing to do as an adult in a healthy relationship.
I will say, that's not to say you have to like everything, because if he brings you like a fucking cockfighting ring or something, you're allowed to be like, nah,
Yeah,
you know, there are like, you're not like,
if his idea of the first date, it's like, hey, you want to pop down to Mexico?
You want to go
And,
mugging?
Like, yeah, absolutely. I would love to go to Mexico. Yeah, now we're gonna go to the show, and it's a horse fucking a woman.
Yeah.
You're allowed to be like, oh, okay, maybe not for me.
So you don't always have to find the joy in it. Like, you don't look around at all the drooling men in the audience and go, you know what? They like it.
Yeah.
That horse is having a good time.
There is. I'm sure the horse is having a great time.
Yeah. So there are, of course, exceptions, which I think stands for pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Okay, bottom line, don't fucking pretend you know something about things.
Yes.
Unless it's like...
Man, we went off on a tangent on that one.
Yeah, I feel like it was important. I'm going to do a user-submitted question. I forgot to check whether they wanted their name or not. So, Agent Wall Dent, because there's a dent in your wall. They say, when's the right time to let the person you're seeing know you have 4 cats?
Immediately. I want to see pictures. If I swipe you on Tinder, I want at least one of your pictures on your Tinder profile to be all 4 of your cats. You don't have to be in it. Fuck it. I don't care about you anymore. I just want to meet those kitties.
That's the thing. I definitely, if you have a pet, I want them in those Tinder pictures. Mm-hmm. I want them in all your pictures.
Especially if they're kitties.
I knew this was the perfect question for you, because I don't know if I've said this story on the podcast before. I can't remember, but just one day, I remember in the summer, going into your place, it was you and your roommate, and 3 cats on the couch watching Ellen DeGeneres' Cat Week. And I was like, yep.
What the fuck else do you do?
I have good friends.
Everyone's like, oh, it's Shark Week. Fuck that shit. Cat Week, Ellen DeGeneres, get at me.
Yeah, it was a beautiful morning, actually. What did we do that day?
I don't remember.
Anyway,
it's some bullshit.
We
I'm
watched
sure.
some kitties,
Yeah.
and it was great.
Yeah.
Well, like, you're seeing some... You know what? I feel like either, 1, immediately, because who doesn't like pets? Or 2, when it becomes relevant, which is like, if they're going to be spending copious amounts of time at yours, maybe let them know in case they're massively allergic like my girlfriend.
Yeah, for sure. And, like, here's the thing. There are people who have pets, and then there are people whose, like, pets have them. You know what I mean? And, like, I don't mean people who are, like, obsessed with pets. I mean people who don't know how to handle pets.
Yeah, who are handled by their pets.
You know what I mean? Like, if you don't know how to fucking clean litter or only have one litter pan for 4 fucking cats and like stupid bullshit like that. Like I've gone into girls' houses and I'm like, the second you open that door, it's just like you just get hit in the face with just cat piss. And you're like, oh, you have a cat. I'm like, how do you know? It's like, well,
I have to scrape its urine out of my nostrils later.
yeah.
So.
And like, oh yeah, no, I actually have 3. And like you look around and you're like, 1, this place isn't big enough for 3 cats. 2, there's 1 litter pan, which is not okay.
3, there's enough hair for 8 cats.
Yeah.
On everything.
It's one of those things where like, it's cool if you have pets, but like, please know how to care for them, because I will want to take them from you.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're cute, I'm going to take them from anyway.
Yeah. That's
I'm going
pretty
to
much the only reason I
cat
got
burgle
into dating is to steal people's pets.
Yeah.
That's
the thing. Like, I don't give a shit. Here's the thing. If you have a weird pet and you're fucking obsessed, I once went on a date with a girl.
Like a horse. If you're a horse person, tell them immediately, because they need warning.
Here's the thing.
Because you're fucking mental.
Horses, I get, they require a lot of attention.
They require that you're an insane lady.
I had a girl who was fucking, like, head over heels obsessed about her rat. And, like, everything was about her rat. And when, I feel bad saying this, but, like, when it died, it, like, she went into a massive depression, and literally, like, I stopped seeing her at that point because she would not answer texts.
Yeah.
Because her rat died. And I'm like, I get it. The loss of a pet sucks. But it's a fucking rat.
Okay. No, I get you. Like, no, but the thing is, though, like, I've had dogs that I love more than, like, anything in the world die.
Yeah.
And it's the fucking worst.
It's the worst. Absolutely.
It's like taking a fucking hatchet to the heart, but, like, you still need to live. I've had relatives people have people die. You can't just be like, well,
yeah, it's
done with life now.
It's one of those things where, like,
I don't know.
And especially with, like, I don't want to rag on rats here, but they're rodents, and, like, they're not the most affectionate creatures, and I know they're smart, and I know they are, like, they have recognition and shit.
So many rat users
we're
going at us.
losing our entire rat base, and, like, I actually think rats are really cute, so fuck that.
You know what? I do think rats and mice can be cute. I also think mice are always cute.
Having a pet, there's responsibility. It comes with responsibilities, and take care of your fucking pets. And
also, how long do rats live for?
I don't know.
Because, like, I also feel like you can't get a short-lived pet and then be like, ah.
Yeah.
Like, you obviously be upset. I'm not saying you can't be upset, but when you know, like, if you're a responsible pet owner, you know these things are an inevitability.
Yeah, like, I don't think I'm going to have my cat until I'm an old man. Like, I understand.
Yeah.
And, like,
and it's going to be
approaching that
awful
point in time where, like,
terrible.
He's getting up there.
Yeah.
In age. And like,
it's going to fucking suck. Why are we talking about pets?
I don't know.
This is so tangential and just going to piss people off. Pets are the best. Losing them is the worst. But, you know, if you
have a pet, it's fine. And if you're worried about, like,
just cut that whole bit.
Yeah, I know, maybe. If you're
Fuck
worried
rats.
about people being like,
fuck them, fuck rats. I hate rats. This is our We Hate Rats podcast. We got you rats out. We got you this far.
This is the podcast Rat Enemy.
Fuck rats. I thought you were fuck buddies. Nope.
No, fuck rats. Yeah, if you have a pet and you're worried about being like, oh, they're gonna leave me as a crazy cat lady or a crazy dog lady, it's like,
then you're an asshole.
Yeah, fuck that person.
No, wait,
like,
sorry. Yeah, if you think that, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, about somebody. If you think somebody's going to think about you, honestly, better the sooner they know.
Here's the thing.
Ooh.
Unless you are a crazy cat person.
Oh.
Because I went on a fucking date once, and the only thing we talked about was this girl's little shitty dog.
But, if it was a cat, though, you would have been so cool with that.
I wouldn't have been.
You would have been.
Maybe. But, like, here's the thing. I sat through this dinner, and this is one of the big reasons why I adopted my rule of no fucking dinners on dates, at least first dates. She showed me, like, 134 pictures of her dog.
That sounds amazing.
And they were all more or less the same fucking picture. It was like a photo shoot over the course of, like, 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. So, like, the dog was, like, transitioned from, like, standing to curled up on her bed.
See, I don't understand. Did she just get the dog? Because if that's the only pictures you have, you done fucked up.
No, this was a long time ago, and she was showing me on a digital camera.
Why'd you bring a digital camera on your date?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
But that's what I'm saying.
There's so many millennials listening to this going, what? Huh? A separate camera?
There's there is a line that you can cross where it's too much.
There's always a line you could cross, unless it's beans.
Unless you find the person who it's not too much for, great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking caveats here. What I'm saying is, it's cool to have fucking pets. Don't make that your personality. Don't make the fact that you have 4 cats be all you have to offer to the world and to your romantic partners.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I say let them know, because if they have an issue, better fucking figure it out sooner rather than later.
Yeah, this thing is, if someone's like, oh yeah, no, cats kill me. Like, if I go into your apartment or if I, like, feel cat hair, my throat closes up and I die.
Yeah.
Then, like, yeah, that's probably not the partner for you.
Exactly. That's the thing is, like, yeah, you're worried about losing them, but you're going to lose them anyway. It's not like you can keep them a secret or ditch your pets. And if you do, you're either an idiot or an asshole.
Oh, if you
get rid
give
of
up your pets,
you should be shot.
for someone that you met on fucking Tinder, I will come to your house and just beat every joint that you have with a golf club.
Yeah. That's a fact.
That is a fact.
That's
I
a
will know.
promise.
I will know. My Momo agents are out there searching for you.
Oh, no. Yeah, don't do that. Like, pets are way more important.
Than anyone ever.
Yeah. Unless they're a rat. This one's dirty.
Okay. Like Christina Aguilera dirty?
Oh, man, I got so many good ones. I won't have to wait till next week, because I'll have more good ones. Let's see if we can... Oh, no! Motherfucker.
Did they delete it?
They deleted it.
That's why you gotta fucking take screenshots.
I know, but then they get lost. Okay, do you want this the title?
Yeah.
Am
I gonna infer what the question is?
The question's in the title.
Okay.
You can infer what the question is.
Okay.
This is by Dating a Dad 2019. Okay, guess what the question is from that title?
The man I'm dating has a kid.
Nope. You get 3.
Okay. I only want to date older men.
Nope.
I want to date someone who treats me like their child.
Nope. Okay.
Damn it.
Me, a male 25-year-old, has been dating my ex-girlfriend's female 25-year-old dad, 45-year-old male,
Oh, shit.
for 2 years. He's planning on telling her when she comes to visit.
What the fuck?
This was such a good question.
Okay, hold on. Let me get my brains around this. Get my tongues around this. And let me just... So, he was dating a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Broke up with her.
Yep.
Then proceeded to date her dad.
Yeah.
So he listens to our podcast.
I know, and he took our advice.
And fucking power moved.
Yep.
Dated her dad.
100%. This is the thing. This is an example of our advice gone right, but now he needs more. And he basically was like, how do I break it to her? Or what do I do?
You kick in her fucking door at like 4 a.m.
You use her dad as a battering ram. Throw him through the door.
Yeah.
And then you play meme horns as you walk in. Brr, 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 brr.
And be like, hey, Becky, I'm fucking your dad. And then fuck him right there in front of her.
Yeah. Fuck him through the door. Up the stairs. Into her bedroom. And meme horning the whole time.
Or break into her apartment when she's not there. Break her mattress.
With her dad.
And then, yeah, like, fuck, like, dick her dad literally through that mattress. And then the next time you see her, give her an envelope of cash and be like, hey, this is for the mattress. And she's like, what are you talking about? And be like, I fucked your dad on it so hard that I broke it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
No, hand her 2 envelopes. One's full of cash, and it's for the bed. And it says for bed. And then you hand her a second envelope of cash, and it says for therapist. And she goes, why? And you're like, because I'm fucking your dad.
I'm fucking your dad.
Yeah.
Or you, on Father's Day, demand a card from her. Because now you are also her dad.
Oh, fuck her mom.
You were a stepdad.
Fuck her mom, and then you're her dad fucking her dad. And it's just masturbation. That's allowed.
Literally have sex with everyone in her family.
Yeah. You know what? Real talk, though.
Real talk. Call her daughter. Yeah. Just be like,
I want you to call me daddy, but
yeah,
this time
hey,
more
sweetheart.
literally.
Hey, sweetheart. Like, why are you fucking calling me that? I'm just trying it out.
Tell her to clean her room. And
Since
then
I'm
when
your stepdad. Grounder.
Just keep telling her to like clean her room or do the dish. No, dishes will come off a different way.
Yeah.
Just be like, oh, can you clean your room? Like, oh, like, honey, like,
Can you call your father? He's worried about you.
Just be like, look, honey, you know I care about you, but honestly, I feel like, you know, your job, like, obviously it pays the bills and all that, but like, when you gonna like think a little bit more seriously, like take that next step, right? You got to be thinking about the future. And she goes, What? What?
Yeah,
You
like,
just go,
why-
fucking your dad.
Are you seeing anybody? Then why aren't you seeing anyone? I'm worried about you. You're gonna be lonely. You're gonna be one of those spinsters with 4 cats. With a fucking rat. You're gonna have a rat pet.
Oh, well, that was the one thing I can remember about the actual like question. That's why he's fucking the dad, is because she has 4 cats.
Yeah, you wouldn't ever want to have sex with anyone with
Always
4
just
cats.
pass. Just pass up. You know what? Okay, real talk. I think that's the kind of thing that you get to just like, hey, you've known her for longer. I think that's on him more than you. Man.
I would love to know why they broke up. I would love to know what.
She found his Reddit handle was dating a dad.
Oh
I
man,
wish-
I would. I know I've said that I would never give up my pets. I would give up my pets to be in the room when this conversation happened.
I would.
wouldn't- I would never do that, Oliver. I love you.
He knows. I'm going to take him now. I'm going to beat every joint in your body.
No, Momo, no.
Oh. She was cheating. That's why they broke up.
Did you find?
No, it's in his comments in the replies. So you got the high ground, moral high ground. You say I'm fucking your dad. Oh, it's the perfect revenge, firstly. But secondly, if she says anything, be like, oh, remember that time you cheated on me? And
Well,
you
the
walk
thing is,
away.
just be like, if she's upset, just be like, well, at least I waited until we were over to see someone else. And then just like drop that mic and fucking back, like moonwalk out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
And then be like, Carl, you're coming with me. I don't know why, but I'm picturing the dad from Family Matters. Yeah, no, the second anyone cheats on you, you're allowed to do,
Yeah,
like,
I don't
fuck
really-
it. Like, your guilt is absolved of, like, anything you do after the relationship.
Also, I feel like when you're in a situation and like somebody else has a much stronger connection to the situation than you are, it kind of rests really on them. 'Cause,
100%.
Like,
This is the dad's.
you're gonna maybe piss off an ex, but like
Yeah.
he's gonna maybe shatter his relationship with his daughter. So I say just follow their lead. Are they willing to do it? Do they think it'll work out? Sure.
The other thing is, like, I guess he owes it to her. I was gonna say he doesn't owe it to her at all. Like if I was dating someone, they cheated on me, and I broke up with them, and then I started dating someone else, I don't have to then contact that person and be like, "Hey, I've moved on, and I'm dating this person now,
Yeah.
just so you know." Like, that's not his fucking responsibility.
Yeah.
But if you once had a relationship with a woman, created a child, and then raised that child, and then started fucking that child's boyfriend, yeah, you kind of have to bring
I
that
feel
up.
like we're getting the question from the side that it's like you're safe for now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no,
that
you're
dad,
good.
if that dad wants to contact us, we're here, bro.
That's a dad debacle.
That's a dad buckle.
Yeah.
I don't really know if there is any advice I can give to that situation.
I literally think it's just going to be one of those things where you literally have to, like, fucking kick the door in and be like, Becky, listen, you were a terrible person to
my baby.
my baby,
My baby
my
Jane.
little daddy,
Little
Daddy Jr.
dad, but with a non-capitalized
Yeah.
D. Lowercase d daddy.
Also, I want you to call him stepdad.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
What if this is just like one big gambit to then be like, hey, both of you are terrible people. I'm out.
Oh, he's like the Batman of relationships.
Yeah.
All right. Where are we going? Okay, you know what? Oh, they're all so juicy. They're so juicy, Dane.
If this question is as juicy as that last one, I will do another one. Is it as juicy?
Hold on.
Is it making my lips water?
I got a few.
Man, if I was like an old-timey,
Which
like
one?
southern,
Bling.
I would be like, Daniel Lips Water.
Go home.
That would be my name.
Go home. My 23-year-old female boyfriend, 28-year-old male, says my vagina is too big. By Pure Newt 3. So my boyfriend and I have been dating for about 5 months, and he told me yesterday my vagina is too big for my size. I'm somewhat on the smaller side, 5'3", and he said I must be lying about how many guys I've been with. When we first started seeing each other, we spoke about our past, and I told him I've been with 2 guys before, both long-term boyfriends, which is true. We haven't talked about that since until yesterday, with him saying that my vagina couldn't have been stretched out that much from just 2 guys, and I had to be lying. I asked him why he's bringing this up now if it's such a big problem. He said he always thought it was big, and he didn't want to bring it up until now. I told him he really hurt my feelings. It was a horrible thing to say, and just said he wants to hear the truth about who I've been with in the past. Told him he was an asshole, left, and haven't spoken to him since yesterday. I want to point out as well that neither of the guys I was with in the past ever seemed to have a problem with the size of my vagina. Neither of them were that big, but both were bigger than my current boyfriend. I don't have a problem on boyfriend sides, enjoy sex when we have it. He said he has a hard time finishing inside me because he can't feel anything. When we first started going, I didn't seem to be a problem, but recently I've been needing to finish with my hands or mouth for him to go. I don't know, it just really hurts. He not only insulted me by saying I have a loose vagina, he doesn't enjoy having sex with me, but also basically said I'm a slut and lying to him. It isn't like there's anything I can do about it if I am too big. I looked. He is a great guy otherwise, and I really love being with him. It's just really hurting me thinking he's going to end our relationship over this, and that he's capable of saying those things to me. Juicy enough for you?
It's not as juicy as dad sex, but
I know, but it is juicy in another kind of matter, in another kind of way, because what the fuck?
Yeah.
Speaking of people who need their joints bashed with a golf club.
Here's the thing. That's not how vaginas work.
No.
Like, medically and biologically. It is not, like, vaginas are not memory foam. They don't just, like, stay the shape that they were last put in. And then just like, there it is. And if it's a bigger dick comes in, it's just because
it's like this.
Let me tell you,
week on Maury,
have you seen babies? They come out of women's bodies, and they do not stay the size of a baby.
This week on Maury, and what's your issue? Well, I once used a big dildo, and I just cannot have sex with anyone ever. You are a fucking idiot. That's his name, I'm assuming.
Oh, okay.
Like that's not how it works.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I
think it's something like
you're 28 years old. How do you not know this?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go on memory here. I think it's like 2 to 6 days, and vaginas like return to, unless it's like suffered extreme trauma like childbirth. If you have sex with like large penises or large toys or whatever, yes, do they get wider? Absolutely, because the vagina is meant to contract and expand. Because again, childbirth is a thing. But like they're also, like I said, able to contract, and they end up sort of going back to like a neutral state. And I think it is like a couple days of, so like. If she fucked a dude 2 years ago, her vagina isn't stretched out from that anymore.
Also,
that's not
even like, I'm sure unless he has like, unless the size differential is just a huge, that's also not gonna matter. You know what I mean? Like,
no, like
unless
it would
he's
literally have to be
got
like
a cannon and your man's got like a,
That's the thing. Like the guy would have to have like a,
but that's
like
the thing.
a
It's just
foot diameter.
It's never gonna happen. And clearly. This guy, the problems lie in his misinformation and his paranoia over other men.
And insecurity.
Well, that's the inbuilt to the paranoia. Like, I love it's too big for her size. I'd love to know which chart he has that maps.
Oh, I thought he said he was too big for his size.
No, for her size. So, like, she's 5'3". That vagina's too big for someone who's 5'3".
Let me tell you, I don't think there is a greater variation in anatomical things as there are in vaginas. As someone who has seen a good quantity of them,
at least 2.
I haven't seen a single vagina that looks the same.
Yeah, I know.
They're all fucking wildly different.
I think we're all on the same page where this guy's a fucking idiot.
I'm going to tell you right now.
For all the men out there, if you think that's a thing, let's just tell you no, it's not.
It's not. It's not a thing.
Just no.
I promise
this
you.
This poor girl who had to look it up and is trying to come up with ways to get her vagina tighter or smaller. It's not on you.
No.
This guy's a fucking dumbass, and you're probably, and I mean probably, I say probably, but I mean 100% fine.
Yeah.
I would not worry. Also, clearly it didn't used to be an issue. And also, I dare say the fact that he's harping on so much about you lying and how many people you slept with, that maybe that's the issue. Maybe he's getting so in his own head about people you've slept with that his dick's just going, nah, B.
And I can almost guarantee you that the fact that he quote unquote can't feel anything, I almost promise you it's because she is soaking wet.
Yeah, or
and the fact the friction has sort of been reduced because she is incredibly wet.
Well, that's
well
one
lubricated.
One time it can happen for sure. I honestly, to me, I just think he's so in his own head about the possible men that she slept with. Like, clearly he's super bothered by that.
Yeah.
And I think every time he's sleeping with her, that's all he's thinking about is other men having sex with her, and he's getting so upset. And instead of being like, hey, I have an issue, or like, this is my fault, he's like, no, it's your fault. Your vagina's too big. You lied to me, you slut. Because he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, 100%.
If anyone says this, she like, and also the worst thing is she's worried about him breaking up with her over this. Break up with him.
Yeah, leave him.
Get
anyone who is that emotionally abusive about something that is literally, it would be
false.
There would be no different than you being like, your penis is too small for me.
Yeah,
there's no that.
But like that would actually be better, because it would be like, your penis is too small, which horrible thing to say, but like that's where it starts and ends, as opposed to your vagina's too big, also you're a liar, also you're a slut, also, like, what? Like, there's so many layers to this bullshit that, like, oh, fuck you, Alexander Miles, or whatever the fuck I gave your name.
Yeah, no, it's that's not, because let me tell you, it's gonna keep manifesting itself. Once you've, like, sorted out the vagina size thing, it's going to be, you're spending too much time at work, you're spending too much time away from home, you know what I mean, you must be fucking another guy, you know what I mean, like that is going to keep rearing its head in a variety of different ways, and it's going to be the worst forever.
Yeah, like, you need to, like, lay it down right now and just be like, 1, that's not how it works. 2, what you're saying is horrible. 3, I'm not a liar. You're accusing me of it is fucked up. And 4, why the fuck are you so in your head about this shit? And unless he's like, you're right, I'm sorry, these are my real issues, I took it out this way, blah, blah, blah. And even then, you still need some fucking explaining to do. Some explaining, some apologizing, some whatever.
If he sincerely apologizes and then proceeds to reveal his true issues,
and then works on it and agrees to all the other shit and makes it up to you, maybe.
It's like, okay, then
maybe.
Then you can, because like, maybe he's just never had someone who's willing to invest that much effort into him. You know what I mean? I get it. Everyone needs support. But if you come at him with the realness that we have just brought to you, and he's just like, whatever you say, Lucy Vagina, then like, fucking get rid of him. Just get him out of there.
Yeah, like, I even feel like that step is probably not even worth it, because judging by this fucking question, this guy is not going to listen to any reason.
Yeah.
But hey, no harm in trying. But
you need to respect, if you care
yourself.
About someone, you do. There needs to be like some effort of it.
But just be like, literally lay it down. Be like, you're wrong. You're literally misinformed about vaginas.
Yeah.
You're accusing me of being a liar. You're being a fucking asshole. These are all horrible things to say. Like, your turn.
Yeah.
And then unless he's like 100% sorry and works on it, get the fuck out of there. Find somebody who knows anything, because he doesn't. And don't let this be a moment where you feel insecure, or don't let this fucking damage you and, be a continuing thing, because you're fine.
And hey, let me just throw this out there.
You're fine.
If you do have a big vagina,
let me work it. Let me lay it.
Let me see how hard I gotta work it.
It's your flip-a-dip-a-dang-gang, Cricket.
If you got
a big...
There are fucking positions that will assist in this. They're like...
I don't even think it's a thing.
I'm just saying.
I don't even think
if someone's got big vaginas out there, it's not the end of
the
world.
If it is a thing, let us know.
I'm sure someone's got a big vagina out there. I know you don't have a big vagina.
How do you don't?
I do. For a fact. Momo told me.
Motherfucker. I told her.
Remember that time when she was like, show me your vagina, and you're like, I don't have it. She knows, and she told me.
Momo's a little bitch. Momo kisses and tells.
You know, there's 2 things in this world that I hate.
Rats and Momo.
Rats and Momo.
What if they're the same?
What if Momo was just a shit ton of rats in a scary mask?
Oh my god, there's a bundle of rats. A rat king, one might say. You want more questions?
No, we gotta go.
Damn it, we've got some good ones. Okay, well, you know what I'm gonna do? I think I might do this instead of bad sex writing. I'm gonna do perfect sex instruction.
All right. I'm only going to get a little comfortable.
I think we're going to have to thank people first, though.
Do we?
Thank you for everyone who's listening.
Currently.
Thank you to Agent Waldent, Agent Cody Wanks.
Mm-hmm.
You guys fucking roll. Thank you to Josh Eagle and the Harvest Cities for their song Paper Stars.
What? We're doing that now?
Why not?
Are you switching this out for
No, I say we do this, then we do that, then we do that. No?
Okay. Sure.
I don't know. Fine, I'm just gonna go right. No. This is kind of long. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is weekend checklist: how to get laid this weekend. 13 steps. It's presented like a WikiHow article, which I appreciate. Are you ready? I want some feedback on this, or wait till the end. Whatever you feel.
I will.
Feel free to cut in. Feel free to whatever. So, step 1: enter flow state before arriving at the venue. Start talking with everyone you can along the way. People on the subway, people walking down the street. Your wings should be doing the same. Ask some girls for the number on the way. Ask a girl walking down the street to go to the club with you. All you're doing here is getting into state, in capital letters. You're warming up and getting used to talking to people over and over in a carefree way. Continue flow. Step 2: state upon entering venue. Make it a point.
Step 2: continue to flow.
Continue flow state upon entering venue.
Yep.
Make it a point to talk to at least one girl before even ordering a drink. Do it the moment you walk in. Don't waste time looking for the right girl. Just talk to any girl. Do it just to keep the flow state going. If you talk to 2 or 3 on the way to the bar, even better. All you're doing here is bullshitting, using ridiculous lines, basically saying anything. Step 3. Women are attracted to emotions. The emotion in clubs is fun.
It's not really an emotion.
It's not an emotion at all, but it's in capital letters, so back the fuck off, alright? You need to be having fun. You need to. Your mindset is, I'm here to have a fucking blast. That's it. You're not here to get laid. Getting laid is an added benefit after a night of having fun. Remember, if you're having fun, you can say pretty much anything to a girl, and she will enjoy talking to you. Your goal tonight is to exhibit emotions that are more fun than you've ever exhibited before. Right?
Yeah.
This gets slowly more frantic as you read it. Step 4. Walk onto the dance floor alone and start moving to the beat.
Oh, yeah. Not even dancing, just sort of like swaying.
Be in your own world. In that world, the only thing that matters is that you're having fun. You give 0 fucks about what's going on around you. You give 0 fucks if people are looking at you. In fact, getting girls looking at you is the entire point of this. If this makes you nervous, pretend you're someone else for the night. Be James Bond, or whatever masculine character you like.
Be Daniel Lipswater.
Step 5. Look up and find some cute girls looking at you. Find them. There will be cute girls looking at you. As long as you look like you're having fun and don't give a fuck. They will be smiling, giggling, laughing, and giving you the eyeballs. Wave at them. Do it with no hesitation. Total confidence. Total assumption. Not only wave at them, but wave them over to you. Do it like a command, not a question. Anytime I growl, that's a capital letters.
Yeah.
Just a heads up. And that was step 5. Step 6. Take her on an emotional roller coaster.
Unfortunately, the only emotion he knows is fun.
Take her on a fun roller coaster. What you say is irrelevant, but mix up 1. Telling her about yourself. 2. Complimenting her. 3. Teasing her. 4. Approving something she says. 5. Disapproving something she says. 5. Changing the subject randomly and often.
Wait, are there 2 number 5s, or did you fuck
There
up?
are 2 number 5s.
Hell yes.
6. Interrupt her. 7. Act like or even tell her you might be leaving soon. You can mix in some questions here and there. Be genuinely interested when she's talking to you. And be passionate when you're talking. 6. Touch her right away. Mix it up. Dancing, high fives, bump into her, arm around the shoulder, in and out, touch and pull away, bump and move. You're a spontaneous roller coaster of fun. When she walks over to dance, hold out your arms for an exaggerated hug like she's your best friend you haven't seen in 2 years. Touch her right away. Focus on multiple girls. Give your attention to multiple girls at the beginning. Don't focus in on one too fast. Let them work for your attention. You're having too much fun to give her your complete attention anyway. Let them compete over you. Then immediately pick your favorite girl. At some point, identify the one you want. Try to make it the hottest one. Don't limit yourself. Stretch your comfort zone. Talk to the hottest one as if you were talking to some old lady.
Did he just say immediately pick the hottest one?
Yeah.
After saying don't?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Old ladies are easy to talk to because you don't give a shit about impressing them. Do the exact same thing here. Get deep into a topic. Ask her a couple deep questions. You can ask them unprompted. Just ask something deep and unexpected. After she answers, you can compliment if appropriate, but go back to playful banter of the emotional roller coaster. Back and forth.
If we ever break up, is it cool if I date your dad?
Back and forth. Deep and then light. Get those emotions sizzling.
Yeah, like fun.
Next step. Seed the pull. Ugh. Anytime literally any terminology from these seduction pages is used, it makes me want to cut my arms off. Like, seed the pull.
Oh, seed.
Seed, yeah.
Okay.
Your wings.
Just keep going. Just
get
keep
into
going. I
flow
want this
state.
to be over.
Okay. Seed the pull. Plant the idea of some cool reason she'd enjoy being at your place that doesn't have to do with sex.
I got 4 cats.
It can be anything that comes up in conversation. The point is simply mention your place and something interesting she would like.
So many cats.
Next step. Lead her around the venue. Grab her hand and take her around. Lead. Do it with total assumption. Show her the fun and then take her along. Girls always follow the fun. Get her captivated in your masculine bubble of attraction.
Oh, shit.
Get her away from her friends. Even a few feet away is good. Start showing her your sexual frame. Slow down your voice and body movements. Spread out. If you can find the sofa, extend your arms out along the back. Man spread. Take up space. Sit close to her. Keep up push and pull of deep conversation mixed with the light, playful emotions of the roller coaster. Go for the kiss. Optional depending on the situations. You're talking less and talking slower. At this point in the attraction, she will usually start talking a lot. Talking a lot about random shit means she wants you to kiss her. So wait until she's right in the middle of saying something, then interrupt her by leaning in.
Hey, do you mind moving over a little bit? No, I'm taking up space.
Look at my sexual frame. Are you having fun? Wait till she's in the middle of saying something, then interrupt her by leaning in and putting your lips onto her lips.
Yeah.
Hold, release. I'm glad he slipped in some kiss instructions there.
Thank God. You know,
I didn't know what it meant.
My big fucking problem is I never do the release. So I just go for the kiss, and then I'm just there. I'm like, now what?
I'm all release.
And then I just lead her around.
If she didn't resist the kiss, go for a second. If this is a situation where she may start making out with you, start applying the tongue on kiss 3.
Ooh.
And then we got the last step.
Last step, what is
Go
it?
for the pull, in brackets. You can do this even if there was no kiss step. Suggest getting out of there. Maybe it's too loud and you two need a drink in a quiet place. Maybe it's closing time. Mention the seed reason as well. If she's been sitting close enough for your bodies to be touching, if she's leaning in towards you, if she's talking a lot, highly likely she will go home with you. If she drops the we're not having sex tonight shit test, agree. Take her by the hand, walk to the door, order an Uber, and get the hell on. Now it's highly likely you got laid and you had fun. Bonus.
I like how the end is just like, so what about them kitties?
Oh yeah, that says if they don't have 4 cats, leave.
Cool.
What I love is just like the frantic like push and pull in and out, touch, walk around, lead her, like be fun, be light, be airy, drop a deep conversation, in and out, like you kiss her, you like
the thing is
it's so fucking frantic, but also the best thing ever, and this is all I can think of, is multiple people have read this and been like, oh my god, this is perfect. And they probably have it on their phone and they're like, what's the next step?
That's the thing.
Best
no one's
part is,
memorized this.
I can't wait until I would sell my cats to be in a room with somebody trying the slow down your voice and movement step, because I don't think there's any natural way to do that.
You know what we need to do?
Like, can you just imagine, like,
we need to film us taking these steps.
But I don't want to inflict that on some poor woman.
It doesn't matter.
Bump into her. Just bump into her. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Hey, watch it.
I'm having fun!
Hey, watch it. I'm having fun over here.
Yeah.
No, check out this frame. Look at it. Look at the sexual frame.
I'm
There
so
it is.
wide right now. I'm wide like that girl's vagina.
I'm sorry. I'm taking up space. Fuck you. Just
Sorry.
keep pushing her away. Hey, bye. Now come here. Let me wave at you. Come here. Look at the way this body's moving.
Disagree with something quick. Disagree with something she said.
Hey, I really like your shirt. No, fuck you. It's ugly.
Slower.
Fuck you. It's ugly.
Perfect. Oh my
People
god.
are going to think I did that digitally. But
I know, that was really good.
That was all me.
Or was it?
I'll never know.
Our producer's a rat, and he did it.
Yeah. That's why this show is shit.
Oh shit.
Fuck you, rat.
Fuck you, rat. If you cut that part out, we're never going to make any sense of
none
half
of this
the...
is going to make any sense.
Oh, well, guys, it's been another emotional roller coaster.
You've already thanked a bunch of people, but let's thank Josh Eagle again, because I cut you off there.
Josh Eagle and the Harvest Cities, Song Paper Stars, thank you.
So I was really feeling that. And now he's going to revoke our license now.
Oh shit! Now I'm fucking Josh Eagle.
Yeah, Josh Eagle's now my dad, and I'm having sex with him. What?
We need to leave. I'm so sorry, guys.
It's a new whiskey.
It is a new whiskey.
That's why.
This is the one where we go on 12-minute tangents about rats.
Yeah.
Bye.
What? No, there's some
Facebook.
Oh,
we're on there.
Oh.
Spotify.
Next week,
Twitter. Spotify, Twitter
is our 25th episode. Which means we're gonna need. We're switching it up. We're switching it up. We're switching it up. We're switching it up. We need questions that you want to know about us. So we're not answering your questions. Like we're not giving you advice. We're giving you information about us. So this is like if you're like, why should I listen to you? Now's the time. Now's the time to ask us a question, a personal question.
Don't get weird though.
Don't make it weird.
Well, get weird, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, get weird, but like, don't make it fucking stupid. Here's the thing.
Weird.
Here's the question we will not answer. We're not going to tell you the size of our dicks.
We've already been asked that, and
it's not going to happen because it's irrelevant and it treats men like shit. The size of our penises does not make us any more or less valid.
We also don't have penises. We have wide vaginas. So.
They're huge. So yeah, if you have a question for us and you're like, why should I listen to this person? Ask us a question and we will happily answer it. We're celebrating our 1/4 of a century episodes. Thank you for listening, guys. My name is Dave Miller. Wait,
you didn't say any fucking shit about our Facebook or Twitter.
Yes, if you have one of those questions, you have to email us at Gmail. You can hit us up at fbuddiespodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter at FCK_buddies, or you can hit us up on Facebook at facebook.com/FBuddiesPodcast. Nope, FCK Buddies Podcast.
Also, if you're telling people about us and you don't want to read out our URLs, F*CK Buddies, if you're searching us on anything, pretty much will guess up.
Yep.
I'm going to say special thanks to Jazz and Adriana, who have both introduced one more person each to our show.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are other people out there. If you do, let me know. If you've been introduced by someone, let me know. If you're new, let me know.
Yeah, say hello to us. We're fun. And like I said, also we're ready. We're ready to answer your questions.
Yeah, we're fucking here.
And there's nothing that we like more than talking about ourselves.
Or rats.
Oh, fuck those rats. Do you have a Dan for us?
I do.
Okay.
Dan says, will this stop working if women find out about it?
Yes. No, actually.
Our podcast?
I think he's talking about the 13 steps we just read. My name is Dave Miller.
And I am, of course, Nospain.
We're your Momo Slayers.